everyone, my name is Kira, also known as Kiri, and today we're going to be reacting a video about
Reacting to a video.
What did I say?
You said reacting a video.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going to be reacting
to a video on Jubilee. If
let's get back to this thing now.
Bob,
If the answer is
his name's their
yes,
child Bob.
you will flip on your life. I watch porn.
1, 2, 3.
I don't think I've ever talked about it with anyone because it's it's not just something you casually bring up. Like, oh yeah, see that one thing? Yeah, me too. I don't really talk about it, but I started talking about it during quarantine. Me and my friends, it was day 5,000 of quarantine, and we were like, do you guys watch porn? And then we all just said, yeah, and we're all girls. It's just we might never see daylight again. Might as well tell each other our deepest, darkest secrets. Yeah, we watch porn, and since I'm in a relationship, I don't really watch it that much now. I mean, when I do watch it, it's just for educational purposes.
I'm going to bring everyone else in the conversation now.
I feel like the whole concept of it is kind of corrupt, and it's
Yes.
kind of like objectifying women. If men go to, or women go to the site and they're just seeing pornography, it's kind of like this idea that women are just objects because it's for the male pleasure.
Yeah.
I don't even see it as an educational purpose because
And then they only
it doesn't
see
show.
hold on. And then it's they only see women in a certain light, and it's oh
yeah,
you have to be like this, you have to do this,
to please me.
I am a human being too. I have rights. Hello.
I hope I'm in the thing. I'm kind of
What?
paranoid.
Hold
That
on,
should
let's see if
really-
you're still in the thing. Are we still in the thing?
Okay.
Yes,
I
we're
just,
still
I
in
just
the
want
thing.
to. I just want to check.
Yeah, we just needed to check if we were still in the thing.
All right. Kind of thirsty. We don't need this over here anymore.
Me.
Yeah.
Back in high school, it would be so annoying because anytime I would want to wear nerd glasses for my style, I would be called Mia Khalifa all the time. It's just ridiculous. Not every girl with brown hair or brown skin looks like Mia Khalifa. It doesn't make any sense.
Do you think that hairy bodies are attractive?
Well, when groomed properly.
Yeah, because I mean, you can see people with hair on them chest and stuff. Yeah. And you're oh, that's attractive.
Yeah.
And then you see somebody else with hair on them chest, and it's why are you doing that? Make it what?
I don't know how
Bro,
to say it.
style the hair on your chest.
I don't know how to
What
say
them
it.
for
You
do?
know,
Put gel on it and do it.
No.
Do them chest. Do them edges. Them chest edges.
you know what? Everyone's okay to do what they want with their body. With their body. It's
Well,
their
yeah,
choice.
but body hair though still, I don't know. Cause I see a lot of people be oh,
When it's
I
too
have
much,
to shave
though.
my
When
legs
it's
and
too
I have to
much.
shave my arms and all that. So I'm what do you mean you have to shave your legs? I think society, I don't know, bro.
People normalize it so much that women should.
You're not
and women
supposed to
shouldn't.
shave your legs. I can get needing to cut down the hair under your arm because it harbors sweat and it bring up your body odor
for
and
hygiene
stuff like
purposes.
that. Yeah, for hygiene purposes, I definitely get keeping the hair on your body in certain areas low and all of that stuff. But shaving your legs, is that really completely necessary? As long as my foot not ashy and my beard and me smell good, what for tappy? Anyways.
As you guys
Personally,
can see,
me,
she's
I'm
a
not really
taco.
paying attention to the body. I'm paying attention more to the person. And if you make me laugh, then that's really all I need. When I was a kid,
Stop
I
lying.
saw
Oh
this
my
ad
gosh.
for hair removal,
For real.
and I saw this girl take off her hair on her arm, and I was like, no, it looks so pretty. I thought it was really pretty. And then growing up, I realized, oh, maybe it's not an attractive thing to society. So I started shaving it, and I guess now I'm going back to what I originally thought when I was a kid.
For me, I find it more cleanliness to be clean and I guess have just no hair.
But just because you have hair on your body don't mean you don't
It's not really
clean.
a social thing. Oh,
Girl,
because
be
someone
for
else
you.
is doing it, I'm doing it. It's more of a personal thing.
To the like cleanliness thing, like I can say this because like also like person of color, like also that is something that was like pushed onto me as a Latina. Like, oh, you have to be like perfect and you have to look this way because how else will men want you? Soap still exists. Like hair doesn't stop soap from cleaning you in any way, and if
Exactly.
it grows on you, then that's like natural. And also like hair grows in specific places to keep it clean. Like your
Exactly.
vagina
Like
and
if
stuff
you
like
never
that.
need the
Hair
hair,
grows
it
down
wouldn't be
to help
there.
keep it
It
clean.
wouldn't be there
So,
in the first
having hair
place.
doesn't mean you're not
Be
clean.
there.
It just means you gotta
That never makes sense.
I don't like the way I look.
Yes and no.
Yeah, mixed feelings.
I just need braces.
Well, I've
This is
been
actually
getting better
sad.
at it, like learning to like
All
accept
of
my
them
body,
agree?
like,
No, just
body neutrality.
I just two of them
I'm
do
positive.
agree.
Mm.
Body neutrality. Ever since I was like a young girl, I've always been like on the like chubbier side. I've recently been diagnosed with PCOS, which basically makes it like I have more
Polycystic
testosterone
ovarian
in my body
syndrome.
than what is the like normal amount for like females or women. In the past like year or so, I've been doing like a lot better, like learning to accept myself, but I still like I'm not there yet. I looked up to usually
Balance
white
your
girls. That's
hormones.
kind of like even now, like that's who usually get the hype on TikTok. Even on TV, I never really saw anyone who looked like me. I don't want to be white now, but I'm like, oh, I wonder what it would be like if I was white.
I think
For
they're
me,
mixed
I have
then.
a birthmark on my
Probably.
face, and so that used to be like a really big insecurity. I remember people would make fun of me when I was little, and so my mom used to tell me like, don't feel like that because like you're so much more than just a beauty mark or a birthmark. I'm beautiful just like everybody else, and I have to accept the fact that we're not the same. Body changes, and that's just the way of life. You can't really outrun yourself if you're going to be stuck with your body and your face and everything about yourself.
True.
Then you might as well love it.
It's a really good mindset. It's really probably I'm trying to implement like that's more.
Okay, see my thing about the whole liking the way you look fiasco. If don't stress about the things that you can't change. But yeah, if you have something like that and you know you can't change it, then try your best and accept it. When I gonna say yo, it's gonna come that self acceptance they're gonna come overnight. But like try accept it, you know. But if you're like me, you know, and you have very messed up teeth and you know you can fix it with braces, worry about the things that you can change. And just because you can change things don't mean that you should change them. Take all of these people getting BBLs and liposuction and plastic surgery and all of that
Some
stuff.
of them not even.
Some of them
it
botch
don't
themselves.
even
Bro,
look
I saw a
good.
lady in KFC today.
Oh!
The lady, bro, I am telling you.
I thought it was just
I was
me.
wondering if the lady had
Bro,
plastic
bro,
surgery
bro,
or
bro,
if
bro,
it was
bro.
natural from.
Bro, listen. I was looking, like pretending to look over there, and I was looking at her, but at the side of my eye, the corner of my eye, I was like, is this real?
Exactly, and like it just made me think
Right.
about how many girls and women there are all over the world getting all of these BBLs and these different types of like plastic and cosmetic surgery procedures just to fit the male gaze. Like, bro, please be
To please
so for real.
their-
And some of them don't even want to get it for themselves. Like, if you're going to do plastic surgery, any kind of plastic surgery procedure, be 100% sure that you are doing that for yourself. Because I guarantee you, if you do that now, and you come to the realization long after you do it, say you do it for please somebody else, you are going to hate yourself. Honestly.
Regret it big time.
Yeah. And then Unaga end up like Shemeka from She's Gotta Have It.
I have no idea who that is.
The girl get some butt injections feel look good like the girl them in a the strip club, and she a dance and she drop and the whole her bottom bust up. And she was such a beautiful girl before, like nothing never wrong with her. She had a nice bottom and all of them something there. And just because the owner of the club never did want she go up there and dance because her body never curvy enough, the girl go pay some woman for inject some stuff in her
Anyways,
bottom.
let's continue. Going out of line here.
Do your parents treat you differently because of your gender?
Yes, 100%.
I mentioned earlier, like, I come from a Hispanic household, Latino household, so that means if you are a woman, you are automatically a housemaid and a cook. My brother is not like a grown man, but he is in his 20s, 22. I'm only 17, and I get tossed a lot more of the housework ever since I was a child, but also emotional labor, where my mom has literally told me if something ever happens to her, then I have to help my stepdad take care of the house. Not my 22-year-old brother. Me, the 17-year-old girl, when she told me the first time I was only 15, having this burden of having to take care of my home at such a young age was something that my brother has never had to face, at least not to the extent that I do.
That not going in on my house, be sure that my children are going to be black. They have to know how to come here.
But when you said that all the girls clean at your family gatherings, that has really happened a lot. So whenever we're cleaning up, even if it's like Mother's Day, the women still plan it, they clean everything, and it's just kind of like an unspoken rule.
I'm Hispanic as well, so there's definitely like the machismo in the culture, but in my family, we're just all girls except my dad. So we all like grew up like sharing roles. I never felt like a difference between my cousins that are males, because they also go to work and then they share like all the roles. So my parents like always instilled my dad washes dishes, my mom does too. So we was like always balanced out and it never felt different.
I also grew up in a Hispanic household, and it was
The
I
whole of
could see
them
the
just
clear
Hispanic?
difference in how they treat the boys versus the girls, because every time there was a rape allegation, it was always, yeah, it's because she wore this. It was never, why did he do this? Why, like, they never questioned him. It was always, well, what does she do? So, you know, growing up, I always felt an intense pressure on me to cover up and stay quiet about, what happened to me with my sexual assault case, because, I felt like they were going to blame me for it, even though I was 7 years old.
How can you blame a
Sorry.
7-year-old child?
For what?
She said something about her sexual assault case. I like,
Oh,
you're not even us.
not really.
Anyways,
Been
thought
in
you
a
were
toxic
the one to
relationship.
videos.
Nope.
Never been in a
Well,
relationship.
A toxic romantic
Yeah, I definitely
relationship.
It was my last relationship. Yeah, there was a lot of things he did that were just super disrespectful to me, and I didn't deserve it. And then
What
when
did you say?
he's a grade above me, so when he went off to college, he cheated on me.
My last relationship led me and my mother to argue a lot. And now looking back on it, I should have like listened to her. She was right.
Me too.
She was so right.
My dad, from the beginning, he was like, I don't like him. And I was like, what do you mean? No.
Yeah,
He was right.
exactly. It was like that, and I was like, no, you're wrong. You don't know them yet.
I was in a friend circle with some girls in high school. I didn't know that they were talking smack about me behind my back. They were telling the school that I was a slut,
That's a
a
toxic
prostitute,
relationship, so
but
why
I
did
guess,
you disagree?
It's, the teenage girl drama. As toxic as mine was, I'm kind of glad that I had it, because now I know exactly
Maybe
what
they-
to not look for. Even though it was
Maybe
toxic,
they went if they
you know,
were in a toxic relationship and they knew. Like they were aware.
But
of
if
it.
you know, but if you hear say the girl them a talk smack
No,
about you
she
and a
never
spread the
know.
name over the
weird way
school.
thankful.
You never used to share it like.
Yeah, but she did. I heard, and the fact that she know about it now means that she's aware that that was a toxic
Drama.
relationship
As
dynamic
toxic as
that she
mine
was
I'm
in, so
kind
I
of
should
glad
never
that I had
agree.
it, because now I know exactly what to not look for. Even though it was toxic, I'm in a weird way thankful for it, so I don't have to experience it when I'm a full-on adult,
Learn
because
from
we
your
were like
mistakes.
17, 16. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Gender equality is possible in my lifetime.
We don't strive for equality. We strive for
Nobody
equity.
agree.
Please learn the
Very
difference
exciting to take
between
that road,
equality
like,
and the
haven't even had that
equity.
for, like,
Thank you.
What, not even a century.
That's all I'm
It
going
seems
to
like
say about
we're just
this.
going backwards, and who knows, because taking away Roe v. Wade is taking away the right to privacy, which can also go into things like right to privacy, which is the basis of the case for allowing gay people to get married, or even interracial marriages. All of those Supreme Court cases were based on privacy. Right now, it's a very scary time to just exist as anyone, as any version of someone who has been oppressed. So I just don't think it's possible in the next lifetime.
Personally, as a woman, as a Latina woman, if I have kids in the future, I will treat them all equally. And I know that's hard outside the world because there are norms, but, I will teach my kids, you can be anything and anyone as long as you put your mind to it, I want to break, gender
It can't be
stereotypes.
anything.
If we want to spark change,
Because
it's our
suppose them get
responsibility,
up one
just
day and
because
feel
we
like
are
be a
the
chair.
upcoming
Them
generation,
can be a chair.
and we will be the
So
next
them can be
legislators.
No, you know what they were
I
talking
think
about.
if
You
we
don't
want
have
see
to
any
take
sort of
it to
change,
that length.
it's our responsibility, whether we like it or not.
I can't be honest about who I am.
True.
When I was in middle school, being Muslim, I was really afraid to tell people I was Muslim because a lot of people would make terrorist jokes all the time, and I would get really embarrassed when my mom would pick me up and my grandma, who wears a hijab, would be sitting in the passenger seat, and then everybody would look at them and be like, "Oh, you're Muslim?" I can't believe I felt that way, things I would do to go back to that and see my grandma again. But sometimes I feel like I want to wear a headscarf outside, but I get
Then wear the
scared that
headscarf.
I'll get something thrown at me, and I don't know, it's a fear of mine, and I know a lot of people, they
A
don't
reasonable
experience that, but I
fear.
also know some that do.
I've been battling with mental illness. I am diagnosed with OCD, PTSD, anxiety, and I might get tested for bipolar, being bipolar. Growing up, I experienced 2 murders. I've experienced sexual assault. I grew up in South Los Angeles, which is a violent neighborhood, so I've seen a lot of dark shit. And, I was sexually assaulted by my own uncle, and my family,
always the
they're
uncles.
right now trying to understand me, but they were, in denial, and a lot of my traumas really affected me. I would say OCD really is affected me because it affects my relationships, because a lot of people judge me when they tell them I have OCD, and one major thing that people don't understand about me is I find it gross if you had previous partners, and a lot of people think it's because I'm misogynistic. I don't know what's the word, but it's not that. I've talked to my psychiatrist about this, and she told me that it's the fear of contamination. I'm battling these inner, my disease, or whatever you want to call it, but it's tiring living with OCD. It's just super damn hard.
Honestly, all of high school, I have been happy with who I am. I met my girlfriend. She also told me after I fell in love with her and everything. She told me that her family
How
is
old are these
really
people?
homophobic,
Fell in
but
love.
then she breaks the news they're homophobic to the point where I can't even surround myself with gay people. I love my girlfriend so much and I want to be around her. I literally had to go back into the closet. That's a really big shift for me because I'm not in 7th grade, and then
Hold on,
senior year of high
pause. Why would you do that to somebody? You hear what she said a while ago? She said well after the point where she meet her girlfriend and she fall in love with her and all of them someday. The girl gonna tell her say, "Oh yeah, my family they're homophobic to the point where I can't even surround myself with gay people." You are in a fully established relationship with another woman and you're gonna wait to tell her one of the most integral things ever? Why? See, the girl said she was basically forced to go back into the closet just because of her girlfriend. That's crazy. This is why people need to talk about the serious stuff before them get in a committed relationship, honestly.
school, I'm shoved back in, and I know I should remove myself from this, but I really can't because I'm dating her and not her family. It just sucks hearing all that stuff. especially because my brother's trans, and all of like my siblings are literally part of the LGBTQ community. I know the easiest ways to like break up with her, but like she did nothing wrong. Like
Yes, she did. She didn't tell you.
she's unlearning everything they taught her. I even went to her church and they talk about gay people too, and it's just sad. And like, I just think of her going through it alone, and like, she has to hear that too. Like, it's not just me taking the hit; it's also her.
I'm sorry. I love talking about different issues, especially since we're all like around the same age. I thought it was really cool. I've never got to experience something like this.
I enjoyed it, feeling like we could talk about anything and everything without fear of repercussion.
I think it was good to hear everyone else's opinions, to realize that we're not as different as we think we are. We have a lot in common, and I think that's really comforting. So I'm really glad to learn that people have the same ideas as me.
Well then.
That was interesting. You remember that we're recording, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because the way how you just moved the laptop from. Why you have nothing to say?
No, not really.
Hmm.
I would like another try as
Well, I think that's going to be it for this video. Look, it's almost 25 minutes.
well. Yeah, remember we'll have to like cut out stuff. So it's probably
Yeah, so it's probably going to be like 20 minutes or so. But yeah, that was a really good video. Thank you for
Thank you guys for
inviting
watching.
me. Whoa, you're gonna cut me off right in the middle of my thank you speech. Never mind, the way I do.
It's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like if you want, subscribe if you want, share if you want. Bye.